What's up, guys? What's going on? I'm Paul. This is Paul in Theology's Daily Devotional, man, and we are going through the book of John. We're in John chapter 18. Excuse me. Ooh, I'm sorry about that, guys. We're in John chapter 18, verses 17 through 18. John chapter 18, 17 through 18. And we are going to be discussing the start of what Peter, the betrayal of Peter. Basically, the betrayal of Peter. We're going to see that. So, if you haven't read it yet, go ahead and stop the tape, check it out, and see what it has to say. Come back. We're going to answer some questions. If you've already read it, then let's just go ahead and answer some questions, man. What's going on in the scripture? Well, in the events that led up to this, we talked about Jesus being arrested, taken to this courtyard, and now we've got Peter and then another disciple following him. And after Peter is let in through the gate, or through the door, when the anonymous disciple let him in, helped him to get through because he knew some people, you know what I'm saying, is that a question was asked to Peter. The question was this: are you not one of those disciples? Are you not one of these men who follow Jesus? And what was Peter's answer? It ain't me. It ain't me. And remember earlier, we get Peter with the boldness saying, I will die for you. And then we even have him pulling out a sword and chopping up a guy's ear. But Jesus knew, because he told him, man, you're going to deny me. And this is the start of that. Peter, spoken to by a guard, a female guard, standing at the door, asking him who he is. And he says, it ain't me. It ain't me. And then the next verse says that they were all standing next to this fire, man, and Peter was standing there with him. So what does this say about God? I think that this recalls to us the omniscience of God, that he knows everything. He knows our hearts. It talks about in the, I think, chapter 3, it says that and Jesus knew what was in man's heart. He knows. Even when we boast of the courage or the desire or the power that we have to be able to do something, Jesus knows. He knows. For Peter, it was, I'm gonna give my life for you, and he does eventually. But Jesus knew that he was going to deny him before that event happened. And he told him, he made him aware. So this brings about the omniscience of God. What does this say about man? I think, first off, it brings off how we do not have omniscience. We don't even know ourselves at times. Peter, believing, which he wholeheartedly probably had the intentions to, never denied Jesus, when placed in that situation, does deny Jesus. That is, we don't even know ourselves. That's how unknowledgeable we are. We don't even know ourselves. But I think that this also says about man that we seek to follow Jesus, because Peter followed Jesus, right, into this place. But then when it mattered, do we stand up? That's the question, man. As Christians, that we say we follow, and that's the thing he did, he's following. But in our actions, are we living that out? Are we living that out? And then finally, I think one more thing it says about it is, whose side are we on? Because the idea that the writer of the Gospel of John is saying is that Peter, who was a part or amongst the disciples and was serving and was loving and was caring for and was being taught by Jesus, now places himself amongst his haters. It says these are the people who were warming themselves by the fire, and Peter was amongst them. And I think that's what the writer's trying to say, is that Peter has positioned himself in opposition towards God. Peter has placed himself in opposition towards Jesus. Where are we placing ourselves? That's the question. So that's the application for these things, is that where are we placing our reliance? You see, Peter was not trusting in Jesus, because Jesus had made a statement and said that none of them would be lost, that they would not have to worry about death from his arrest. But Peter, when placed in a situation, denies Jesus because he doesn't ultimately trust or believe in the word of Jesus. That's tough, man. I know I'm saying something tough on Peter, because we see that Peter does great things afterwards as he's restored by Jesus in these means, which is another powerful thing that says that even though we may in the past have done some stuff or haven't lived up to the boldness that we should, is that, man, Jesus restores us. He restores us. But that's the thing that I want to say now, though, is in this is where are we standing? Are we trusting in Jesus? Where are we standing? Are we placing our lives in belief in the word that Jesus speaks? So today, my friends, I ask you the question: do you trust in Jesus? Do you trust his word? And then secondly, ask the questions: where are you aligning yourself? Are you warming yourself by the fire with those who are in opposition to Jesus? Is that what you're doing? Or are you lined up with the purposes and the call as you are giving your life just as Jesus has given his? Just as Jesus has given his. And remember that he keeps his promises. See, that's what we see. He knows everything, man. The omniscience of God, as he is able to tell us all the things that can happen and occur, then knowing he has the power to carry that out gives us assurance so we can trust in him. So won't you trust in Jesus today? Hey, I appreciate you guys for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.